Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Roll for Frog with me, your Marshmaster, and my friends, the Hoppy Heroes, and our other friend who's sadly not here. You can enjoy his face in in the bottom right corner, but sadly he is absent because he has to take care of his mom. So we very much love that for him, and appreciate that he's taking time to do that. But we're still going to continue our adventure. So what's happening is Garrick actually is going to turn to the group right as you get to the front of the line and says, "Hey, you guys, someone should maybe talk to our mom. So I think I'm just going to head to the dock ward and I'll go talk to our mother. Do you think, Fletcher?"
Aren't we?
Are you sure you want to go at this point?
Yes.
I mean, you love this restaurant.
I have never been here in my life. But bring me some good food. All right, brother?
I will bring you some.
Thanks.
It's
He leaves. And we'll figure out maybe later what actually happened between.
Okay,
between
so
Garrick.
Garrick is not gonna be a server in our tavern. Got it. Clearly hates it.
Anyway, so Marcus isn't here today. What we are having, however, instead of Marcus, is Pocket Bard. You can hear we're listening to some creepy tunes because you can get all sorts of different packages of Pocket Bard to play different vibes of music. And if you're interested in joining the beta test, you can check out the Pocket Bard Discord and sign up for the beta testing. Anyway, we are not in this vibe. Maybe this one? Maybe not less island, more just
That's an elevator music.
vibes. That sounds like something that would play in a restaurant, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Maybe. Maybe
Yeah.
if
Yes,
you think this is not
definitely.
a vibe, I'll turn it off. I want some like background chatter, but I feel like this whisper is too creepy. Like if I
Yeah, no, this is definitely creepy.
This is the creepy background. What I need from Pocket Bard, if you're watching this, I need just like ambient chatter sounds. Although I will be fair, sort of the city ones do have it.
Yeah,
Maybe
like that. Then
like this is one of the city ones, but it also has like sort of carriage sounds and stuff. It's fine. We'll use this one. So you find yourselves at the bottom of a sort of light shaft inside the Birdman statue. So you're sort of where the feet are planted firmly into the square. You can see that there is a little bell. You've each been given an apron, and you can hear there's still the murmur and hustle and bustle of the city outside. A little bit muffled now that you're inside the Birdman statue. So what is the plan?
The plan.
Yes.
The plan that we definitely do have.
You
Then
had
we
a
do
week
not
to
have
make, you know.
Yep.
The plan designed specifically for this adventure.
The plan.
yes, the plan. The plan.
Yes, the plan.
That's what I was referring to.
The plan.
Right.
So we
We need to
someone
find a job that somebody will be free to roam around and look for any sort of clue or a hidden place. We have the one that will correspond to something this clue related, but I don't know how deep it is hidden.
So like a server.
Yeah, I think a server would be
That could work.
a good.
I can be a server with a lot of smoke breaks. It's very nervous out here. I need some nicotine.
Yeah,
So currently you're
makes
still sitting
sense.
at the bottom of a light shaft. There's no restaurant to be seen. There is a bell.
Maybe we should go see
Ring the bell here.
Alright, so you ring the bell. Wait! I have bell sounds! But now that I have the subscription to Pocket Bard, I must say, there's lots of buttons, and I don't know where the bell sound went. Oh, here it is! So you ring the bell. It's a small bell.
One loud bell. Yeah.
And almost as if you were standing at the bottom of a well, it looks like a bucket is being lowered toward you from above, from the light shaft. A bucket large enough to hold one, maybe two people. It sort of settles
Why are
down
we
on the
riding in a
ground,
bucket?
and there's a tiny little contraption at the bottom, and as it settles on the ground, sort of the side sort of bloop, flips down to allow people to get in.
So let's get in into shift.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who
So
gets
hop
on
in.
first?
I hop in.
Alright, Fletch hops in, you close the little boop, and you start hearing, or well, the sound of straining rope as you're being hoisted up to an upper floor. And where you arrive, a slightly raised platform with a circular hole in it, which you just raised up from, and you can see a burly enough man wearing a chef's hat and a white apron and like a little towel off the side, like he just came from the kitchen. You can see there's sweat on his forehead. And you can see, as he makes eye contact with you, sort of the sight of relief on his face, because you're wearing his apron and you are clearly here from the Union. So, excellent!
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad that you're here. Are there more of you coming up?
Yes.
Great, great. Just line up here and I'll give each of you a job in a moment. Alright, hang on. And each of you, one by one, get bussed upward. If you try to get on one together, you can see that the rope starts straining, but you're not moving because this guy is clearly not strong enough to hoist up 2 people at once.
I help him.
Sure. So you help with a little bit of bussing. And as each of you, the 4 of you, stand up in this restaurant, a beautiful view sort of the local area over the city, as sort of a part of the statue has been carved out and windows have been put in. Some of the windows are open, so there's just sort of a comfortable breeze inside. You can hear pleasant chatter, and as you look around, you can see this is very fancy. Like, there's chandeliers hanging, all the tablecloth and all the cutlery and everything looks really shiny and polished and nice. Everyone is dressed really nice. But you can definitely see that there is lots of people sort of looking around. They look a bit disappointed or a bit arrogant, like, I've been waiting here for an hour, where's my food? You definitely get the vibe that they're understaffed. So, alright, my name is Chef Adeo, and you may address me as Chef or Adeo, but if you're in the restaurant, I would prefer Chef, because it seems more fancy for the fine folks, you know? Yes, Chef will do, but in the kitchen you can just call me Adeo. Now, I need each of you to roll a d12 to see what your job will be.
Okay.
Yes, I have 12 jobs, and essentially what's
What
gonna
if you all get the same job?
if you get the same one, you have to reroll.
Oh.
Essentially,
Oh, no.
there is 12 jobs. Every hour, you will get a new job. If you succeed on your associated check, you will then have time to search around for other things. If you do not succeed on your check, it means you spend the full hour doing your job and you have no extra time to check around. Right? Make sense?
Mhm.
Yes.
Alright. I will first tell you what your jobs are. Actually, I'll just go in order. So we'll start with Fletcher, because you were the first to roll. Fletcher, this hour, Adeo sort of wants you to sort of help with serving the food and the drinks around. But your main challenge this hour is a choking patron. As you can see, an elven lady who is having a dinner with her elven lady friends suddenly starts turning very pale blue, and you can tell at a glance she is choking. What would you like to do?
I would like to use a non-lethal unarmed strike in the tummy to dislodge the choking part.
So what you're saying is you do a medicine check, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about flavoring it a little?
Yes. So you sort of, no, this makes sense. So you tap into your monk training, you sort of focus on like, okay, where would the food be lodged, and try and sort of punt it that way. I like it. Are you proficient in medicine?
Nope.
I will say in this case, you may add your proficiency modifier to the medicine check. Very nice. So you do successfully help this elven lady as she sort of spits out this little shrimp that she was choking on, and they all profusely thank you, and you can sort of go on your way. And you've definitely succeeded on your job for this hour, so you have a little bit of extra time that we'll sort of do at the end to look around. Then the next job, the job that is assigned to Blossom, you look so strong. Blossom is assigned to bussing. So you are supposed to be the one that when the bell is rung, you have to lower the rope and bus people up into the restaurant. This would be an athletics skill unless you have something else that you would like to use for this.
Not that I can think of.
Alright, well, then you can make me an athletics check as people of all sizes are being bussed up and down into the restaurant.
jinxed.
I don't know what's going on, but you guys are on point tonight. So
Now you jinx it.
exactly,
Yeah.
no. So that's what I do. That's what I do. If you all succeed, it's not fun because it's more fun if you are here for like 4 hours rolling checks because you can't find shit. I'm not gonna lie, that's more fun. So you bust people up. From halflings to half orcs. People look at you very grateful, very impressed that you're so strong, that you're doing such a good job. Even the chef sort of comes over, is like, "Well, I actually got compliments that we have such a hot bus girl, and they told me to tell you, and I felt like that was kind of weird to tell you, but they wanted me to tell you, but they didn't want me to tell you who it was from. But it was maybe
right.
those ladies over there." Points over at the
Okay.
elven ladies again, who are just sort of waving over at you. You've seen them at the Temple of Suna before, most likely, yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, you're doing a good job, kid. He pats you on the shoulder.
Thank you.
Heads back to the kitchen. Next we have Nola. Nola, the plumbing is fucked.
Obviously, I had to get that dirty one.
You head over to the toilets and you just see someone flush a tampon through the toilet, and that shit is clogged in there. And this is your job. How are you gonna solve this one? Because this one has a question mark, meaning figure it out.
I mean,
I'm gonna cast a mage hand. Apologize to it first. Buddy, I really need you to do this. I will buy you a bracelet, please just get this out. And I put my mage hand into the toilet to get the tampon out.
I like it. Please make a dexterity arcana check. So I assume you're proficient in arcana, and then you would be dexterity with
Yes.
proficiency.
So it is going to be minus. So just like this.
So is this this is a dex arcana check? You did it? This is an intelligence
Yeah.
arcana check.
But I clicked off the proficiency bonus, so I get the -2 that I would if I used the dexterity for it. Because my dexterity is +1, my intelligence is +3.
Oh,
So
okay,
I
so
click
you
it
got a
off,
21.
and yeah.
Amazing! Very good. Yes, your mage hand is hesitant for a moment, then does this for you, and then turns to you expecting you a bracelet sometime.
I'm
in the
firstly
near
going to
future.
wash it.
Yeah, no, it goes.
Yes.
It goes and it washes. Yes, I like it, man. How great! So, 3 of you so far have succeeded on the job you were assigned, and will have some time left over in a moment to look around. The last of you. Flair, you actually are asked to accompany Chef Adeo into the kitchen, and you are on chop duty. So what you're going to need to do is just chop a whole bunch of stuff from a little cutting board, slide it onto the next person, chop a bunch more stuff, slide it onto the next person. So this would just be a dexterity check, unless you have some type of tool that you would be able to use for this. Are you proficient in any
axe.
type of tools that might help you?
I only have a dagger, I don't think so.
Alright, well then I would just like a dexterity check.
Okay.
12. You do a decent enough job for the hour, but you do not have any time left over to do any extra searching. What this means is Fletcher in the restaurant, Blossom in the busing area, and Nola in the restroom can each make an investigation check to look in your respective area with the time you have left over.
Can I use my wand for it? The one that I got with the light, trying to find the corresponding light.
So what you feel like is your wand has charges that might do something,
Oh,
and it has this sort
okay.
of light up ability. So you don't know what the charges do, but you know that the light up ability, what you
Corresponds to another thing.
What you know is that the sigils that you found so far respond to magical light. So what just happened was you use this wand and it starts sparkling intensely because the symbol responds to magical light, but you would need to shine it on the thing first. You can definitely try that if you want, or you could do a
I
light
would
spell.
probably.
Yeah. The wand still has charges, so you've yet to figure out what the charges do on the wand. Alright, let's see, some investigation checks. Alright. Fletcher, you check around the restaurant, and feel like you've searched about half of it in this time. You feel like there's maybe a little bit more that you could be searching, but the DC will be very low on that second search. You just need a little bit more time. Blossom, busing area. You think you have extra time, but those ladies over there did compliment you. Maybe you should go talk to them. Like, that would be the social thing to do, right? If it was them and
Yeah.
they said that you looked nice. So
Yeah.
even though you have time left over, you choose to spend it elsewhere and sort of socialize a little bit, maybe.
Seems on point.
I don't want to make assumptions, but you rolled low on your investigation check even though you have time over. Like, it doesn't mean that you think you did a good job. It means that you did search around. So. And then Nola, you are pretty confident. You search the bathroom, and there is nothing here that you're looking for.
All right, that's on the list.
All right. Then you have been working here for about an hour. Chef comes over to you. He's very happy. Chopping was all right. Everything else was outstanding, right? So you're doing a pretty good job so far. He's very happy with you. And it's rush lunch hour at this point because you sort of got here at like a 12 p.m. type time, and now it's 1 p.m. And it's, you know, people are really trying to get in. Especially now that you are here, they have extra workers. They can let more people into the restaurant because there are people to serve them now. So yeah, it is a bit getting more and more crowded. And I would like for each of you to roll a new d12. And it's just in this set. I don't want duplicates, but if there are duplicates that we had before, that's fine. So for example, 12 was already rolled, but you can just keep that 12. So I'll do them in this order again, because that's just easiest for me to remember. So Fletcher gets an 8. You're still sort of on waiting duty, so you're walking around helping people out, but in your hour of work, an argument breaks out. So you can see that there is sort of two dwarven families with a few tables in between, but these two dwarven families clearly have some type of rivalry, which starts turning into like shouting at each other, and you get the feeling if this goes on for much longer, they're gonna start throwing food at each other. And it looks like this is in your station, so you're gonna be responsible for this.
Oh,
I could tell you a check, or you could let me know, like, if you want to try anything.
Crap. Yeah, I'm not. I was thinking like, okay, a drink for both of the families, but I can't give them free drinks. So it's like, no. Give me a check. I'm
Right.
blank.
So here, there's two things you could do, because I like your idea. You could roll a persuasion check on the chef, on Adeo, to persuade him to do this, or you could roll an intimidation check to try and get these families to settle down. What do you feel like Fletcher would do? Do you feel like he would tell these families, like, hey, you need to sit down, you need to stop everyone else's eating, or do you feel like Fletcher would go to the chef and try and make him give these families free drinks?
I would do the chef's thing.
Very well, so you may roll a persuasion check, because you fight the chef in the kitchen and maybe one of your friends is also in the kitchen. Chef goes, maybe we can do something, and sort of starts, you know, figuring it out. You're sort of busy with him settling this family down for the rest of the hour. Essentially, the DC was really high on the first one. You all made that 20, and then it's gonna drop by 2 every hour, so the DC right now is 18 actually. So you're spending this hour, you know, working with this family, trying to get them to settle down, so you don't really have any time left over. Nola has a 2, so you're on chopping duty. After Flair was on chopping duty, Flair sort of swapped out. It's like, well, your wrist is kind of sore, so, you know, wait, we'll get one of the others in here. You, over there, girl, come here, you're on chopping duty.
Alright.
So it's going to be a dex check, or if you have any type of tools that you could use, you can let me know.
I would say magic hand, but it needs a break after the last duty. So I'm just gonna do it myself.
Duty, yes. Alright, so you can make a dex check. Nice.
I should have used the hand.
You do a pretty poor job, and you have no extra time left over.
You are going too fast. I do not chop. Do I look like a knife person to you? Stop! No! Come on! Just slow down, man.
Blossom.
This is very stressful.
Use the sharp word.
It looks like the band that is playing, one of the players is actually missing. Like, the harpist of their band is absent, and it shows. Like you know music. You're an appreciator of sort of fine music. They don't have a harpist. It's not the best.
Mm-hmm. I'll try to kind of make that eye contact with them and see if they like really need that like other slot filled. If they
Sure.
also feel the same.
I mean, as you make eye contact with them, they'll sort of usher you over, and they'll say, "So our backup harpist is gonna be here in an hour. Do you know anyone that could like just stand in, sort of play just the basic sort of, and it'll just add to the music."
I have some training, a little bit. I could try.
Oh, well, if you can, yeah, sure. The harp is all set up. It's tuned already. We just need you to sort of play it for this hour, and then once our backup arrives, she can take over for you.
All right.
Great. All right, you can make a performance check. Nice. You do really well. Going back to any type of musical training you would most likely have had in the Church of Sune. And even after half an hour, the backup harpist already arrives, and sort of the band is really like, wow, she was really good. Yeah, thanks, and are very satisfied with your work. And we have a little bit of time left over. And then, last but not least, number 9. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Flare, my favorite one. Do you remember when I said the windows were sort of comfortably open and there was a nice breeze blowing through?
Yeah.
A pigeon flies in.
Oh Christ. Okay, so I have a question.
Mhm.
So, is the pigeon somewhere near the window? Did it fly to the kitchen, or is bothering the
It's
guests?
currently very confused, sort of flying around the chandelier and then against the window and then back around the chandelier, and all the guests are sort of like hiding their food because they're afraid he's gonna dunk on it, He's
Okay,
causing quite a stir, a little bit of a mayhem.
so, first of all, open the window the farthest as I can because birds are stupid. Okay, so when it's around the chandelier, I cannot do shit. But the moment it gets somewhere closer to the window, I will grab. With what do you sweep the floor? Like broom.
Broom.
So there will be a try to swamp it out the window.
I see. A womp it out the window. I like it. Hey, what I think I need here is a strength-based animal handling check, which would be your strength, and then if you're proficient in animal handling, you can add your proficiency. Otherwise, it's just a strength check.
Thank God I'm not proficient. I have -2 in animal handling. So strength, yeah?
Alright, yeah, just strength. Yeah, it would be strength animal handling, so if you were proficient, you could add that 2 bonus. Otherwise, yeah, just strength. Nice. Again, a satisfactory number, right? You get this pigeon out, but you're sort of busy the rest of the hour just bringing food around, calming people down. He did shit somewhere, so you need to clean up the shit. So you're busy for the rest of that hour. So the only person that has a little bit of time is Blossom, sort of near the band area. So you can make an investigation check in the band area. Again, you know that you didn't search, right? So what do you think Blossom does in this half hour?
I think she just kind of stays with the band to just kind of listen to like.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, there's like some flower arrangement, and you're like, we could do better, sort of start rearranging some of the flower arrangement in the restaurant as well. Yeah, nice.
As I pass Blossom, I'm like, Blossom, damn it, you have to search in the time you have left.
But this is a nightmare.
God damn it.
Anyway, that's the rush hour lunch. Right, then we get to the 2 o'clock. Still, some of the people that were here probably earlier this morning sort of try and return now and see if they can still get in because they have that reservation for today. So it's still quite busy. You can each roll a d12 again. Alright, a 6 for Fletch. Fletcher, you're walking around in the kitchen this time. Actually, you're on a little bit of a clean-up duty in the kitchen, so you're not necessarily cooking anything. But as Adeo quickly walks away to take care of something, you notice that he actually left the fire on, and a fire starts spreading throughout his area of the kitchen while he's not there. What would you like to do?
Slow down the fire? Just putting it down? What kind of fire is it? Wooden
It's a fire.
Damn. Is there any water in the area?
Yes, there's definitely buckets of water. There's probably like one of these blankets you could put over. Like, there's different types of things you could use in this scenario.
Is there some dinner part on the stove?
Yeah, he definitely left like a piece of like a chicken sort of hanging over the side where the fire was still on. That's what had caught fire in the first place.
Ooh, I can't save the chicken?
No, it was already a dead chicken.
No. I mean,
You can survival. What you can roll is a survival check to see how you can best put out this fire. You do a pretty poor job. By the time Adeo gets back, half the kitchen is on fire. So he calls into the restaurant, "A mage! We need a mage!" And sort of a high-level wizard sort of steps into the kitchen and casts control flames, and all the flames go out. And he goes, "Oh, thank you so much, thank you so much." He says, "Don't worry, the Watchful Order of Mages and Protectors is always around to help people in need, and do not be worried." And sort of this wizard goes back to their table, and he says, "Oh, kid, thanks so much for getting that under control. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been here." So he's very thankful that you at least sort of kept the fire small enough for this mage to be able to put it out. The rest of the hour you spent cleaning up the fire.
my fire.
Alright, Blossom, you're in charge of cooking, because like I said, the chef was actually gone for a little bit, so you were on the other side of the kitchen at one of the other stoves, taking care of sort of the desserts, most likely, sort of the little cakes and tarts and everything. So it could be cooking utensils, otherwise it would be a wisdom check, or if you want to use something specific, you can let me know.
No, I'll just do wisdom.
Alright, wisdom. 13. You do an okay job. You know, no one's dissatisfied with your work. Fleur, you're back on chopping duty. You know how to do this. So you can actually roll your dex check with advantage, because you have done this job before.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Ew.
19. So you actually do have time left over now, because your chopping was in the place that's now a fiery mess. So you actually have time to look around if you want to.
Good job, Fletch.
I still think you put on the fire.
How? How?
That is very Gnazi
The
phobic.
audacity.
That's just racist.
Gnasis?
The audacity.
Alright. And then, Nola, you are on serve duty. So you're walking around with all these plates, getting everyone their food. So this is just a very simple persuasion check to be likable and amiable and be at the right place at the right time, sort of thing. Nice. You are definitely not at the right place at the right time. I think you are the reason why the chef had to leave the kitchen.
What do you mean you did not order the steak?
Listen, people are complaining that your hand is covered
Oh,
in
you're a
shit.
vegetarian!
No, what? Why are people complaining that your hand is covered in shit, honey? You're walking around my restaurant smelling like dookie. We can't be having this.
Oh no, I'm not. I run to the bathroom.
Yeah, go to the bedroom, exactly. So, yeah. So, the only one that has a little bit of time left over would be Flair. So, Flair, you would know that there's still a bit of an area to search in the restaurant itself that Fletcher hasn't already gotten to, and then the kitchen is still unsearched as well. And the band area and the busing station. So, where would you like to search?
Looking like ice. Well, spent most of the time in the kitchen. I would like to search the kitchen area.
Very well, so you make an investigation check on the kitchen. So you start this argument with Fletcher,
no, I
oh,
don't.
maybe you were responsible for the fire. it's very distracting, and then by the time the chef gets back, the hour is pretty much up, so you know that you had some time, but you actually didn't search around that well. So we hit 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and now it actually does start quieting down a little bit. From context clues, you've overheard that you're supposed to be here at least until 6, if not more, in overtime that will be paid to the union. So you know that you are expected to be here at least another 3 hours. So you can roll a d12 for your new jobs.
Guys, we are so shit at
No, it's okay. It
investigation.
usually goes like this. Don't worry.
You
I
and me
did
both,
good.
Blurry. You
I'm
and me
just
both.
shitty at serving.
All right. Fletch, you are on shopping duty, so I will need a dexterity check.
It's a save.
No. Flair, after this fire and the cleanup that Fletcher did, Chef comes over to you and says, "Now, I actually tried some of these dishes, but I feel like they came out a bit different because of, the fire and everything that happened, so I need you to taste test these." And gives you a bunch of dishes that look really nice. And I need you to make a constitution check. You're spending an hour eating. It's good, but you don't have any time left over. No harmful feelings. Yeah, it's good food. It's nice, but you don't have an hour left over where you can go look around. Blossom, you are asked to help the chef season the food. So it would be a nature check, or if you think you have an associated skill, you could use that instead.
I don't think I do.
Alright, so you can make a nature check. You do an okay job, but you do not have any time left over. And then we have Nola. I believe we had 8 before. I think that is... Yeah, that is, again, this dwarven family. They're still here. And they start fighting again. What would you
Use your
like to
dwarven.
do?
I do have my dwarven. I'm gonna use my dwarven and to both of them say in a polite customer voice that this is not the way that dwarves should behave in an environment as such. We're in a luxury restaurant on an opening day. Currently, you are bringing dishonor to your families and your name, and you think that you are any better than them by shouting louder. You are clearly making even more noise and making yourself worse. So please do not disturb other guests and behave politely.
Make an
Thank you. And I go over to the other and do the same.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
God damn!
That was a sick burn, and I
Damn.
love that. Let's see if the families are intimidated. They're quite intimidated, but you do not have time left over, as
Okay.
this was the 3rd hour, so the DC was 16.
I spent half an hour prepping that speech in my mind.
No, it was good. I gave you advantage, but it was just not good enough to have time left over at
I
the
know,
end
I
of
know.
that hour. So we go into 4 o'clock. The sun is sort of getting nice over top of Mount Waterdeep, so there's sort of the golden hour inside of the restaurant. And people are definitely enjoying it, right? This is the time where they sort of come in to have just a little bit more of just a cake or a tart or a cup of tea with their friends. Because it's still a high-end restaurant, so everything's still very expensive and very nice and lavish. So I would have another roll of d12s, please. Alright, Flair. This chef comes back over to you and he says, "Listen, your friend did some magic in the toilet. I don't know what happened, but something's clogged in the toilet. Can you go check it out? Because she smelled like shit the rest of the day, so I need you to look into it, okay?
On boss.
You got it.
Chef.
Alright.
Sure.
So you get to the toilet, something is stuck in there. You don't know what it is, though. It's a bit hard, it's a bit deep in.
Ah, shit. So I would literally stand next to the toilet, look at it, and be like,
You're standing in water that
yes.
has already flushed out of the toilet, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like, Not Muppet, no. Uh, I will try to get like a stick and try. Well, not really a stick, but something to like
The
try
pump,
to.
like yeah, the
Yeah,
clother.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Well, I think we will have we'll have two checks for this one. First one will be to look around for a stick in a restaurant. So I would like you to make an investigation check.
You
Could this
already
not
had
be
the
with
broom.
like cleaning supplies or something?
No, you had the broom.
I was whomping a pigeon with a broom.
So you go grab that broom and you're gonna stick the broom into the toilet.
Okay.
Oh, I would actually. I mean, I have a question. Do they have a lot of brooms?
Yes.
So I will break this broom and just then use it.
All right. I think what I want you to roll for this is athletics.
I can do that.
What happens is you stick the broom into the toilet and you feel something pull on the broom inside the toilet. You're still sort of holding on, so it's not pulling the thing fully out. Do you want to try and pull the broom back out?
It's gonna be like.
You pull it out.
I hope it's the pressure.
So as you pull it out, you see that there is a mage hand holding on to the other side of the broom. He's wearing a little bracelet. The mage hand sort of comes over to you, sort of flies over
Not
towards
mine.
you, and grabs the side of your arm as if it's trying to like hug you for getting it out of there. It's clearly been stuck in there for a little bit. You try pull it off.
No, it was not.
You pull the mage hand off.
Yeah.
It's
It's like don't.
It sort of floats there. It flies over to the tab, turns on the tab, starts washing itself. Then it floats over back toward you, sort of holds onto your shoulder.
Mhm. I'm gonna, well, first of all, clean the water, clean my hands, clean where it grabbed me, 3 times at least,
Uh-huh.
clean it again,
Yep.
then clean myself again.
Uh-huh.
There goes your spare time.
Yeah, I
You
just
actually
don't
have time left over, so you can.
Oh.
At the end, you may make a check for that, but not yet. It is actually your mage.
Oh, no, I specifically remember it getting out and me saying that I wash it. And it
yes.
looked at me,
And then
waiting
it
for a
went back
bracelet.
in.
It's
It's been here the whole time.
why?
Help trying to help
I did
people.
not. I didn't tell it to go back.
Because it's narratively more funny that way.
It's not-
Blossom, because you did so well during the first hour, you're back on busing duty, so I need you to make an athletics check as well.
That I can do.
You
Nope.
actually do worse.
Yeah.
Fletch, I think you have also rolled the 11 before, so I don't know if you remember what happens. But as you're serving, you can see that there is a mother with a young child. You can see the young child starts coughing up something. They probably put something in his mouth without chewing it first, and then is choking on it. And you can see the mom goes, oh no! She starts sort of slapping him on his back between his shoulder blades, but she's clearly not slapping hard enough to get this out because she's being too careful. A medicine check? Alright. Well, it's the next hour, so the DC went down by 2. So on a 14, you do sort of walk over, sort of again tap into that flat palm technique and sort of palm him in the right spot to sort of make him spit out the food. And the mom again sort of, oh, thank you so much, you saved my child! This man saved my child! And everyone starts applauding you. And yeah, you have a little bit of time left over at the end of that hour.
But it works.
Yes. And then Nola, you are asked to help with seasoning. So I would like a nature check, or if you have a different skill, you can pitch me what your skill would be.
I don't think I do.
Alright, nature it is. Very nice. So you're in the kitchen helping Chef Adeo out, seasoning the food and doing a pretty good job. So Flair, you're at the busing station. Fletcher, you're in the restaurant, and Nola is in the kitchen. So these are 3 areas that still have something left to search, but if you want to go to any of the other areas, you can to search there, or to help someone search, give them advantage on their check if you want to.
I'm gonna stay in the kitchen and again use my wand to like shine the light, but I'm first gonna tell the chef, Chef, with your permission, I would like to check the kitchen for the sanitation to make sure that there's no contamination in the food.
You got it.
like, like a UV light, but
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
regular
yeah.
light.
Mhm.
But I just need the cover, and I'm gonna search the kitchen.
All right. Fletch, restaurant, or
Restaurant, yes.
all right, and then Flair, busing station, or somewhere else. You
Busing
got it.
station.
Let's roll some investigation checks. All right, Flair, you're very certain there is nothing hidden at the busing station. Fletch, you're very certain that nothing is hidden in the restaurant itself, so the only two places left are the band area and the kitchen. Nola, you spent some time looking around in the kitchen, and you know that there are spaces you have not yet checked, but the next hour is in, so it's getting to 5 o'clock. So the first people for the dinner hour start coming in. You can roll a new d12.
Well, I'm gonna roll.
Oh, wow.
Lots of 7. You can all solve an argument together if you want.
Oh no, it's the argument again!
No, 8 is sorry. There's no number next to my file. I should update it sometimes because I keep having to count like which one is it, how many it is it. So the first one to roll 7 is Nola. 7 is actually taste. So he's gonna come over to you with some pies. He's like, well, since I don't know if you guys are, I hired some very special dessert chefs from the union. I know that's not you from what I've seen, but you're doing an adequate enough job. But I need someone to make dessert, so I tried some out. I need someone to taste them and tell me if they're any good. So you come over here and you taste these. Your name is Nola, yes?
Yes, chef.
All right. So you're on a pie tasting duty. So you see these chocolate mousses. I hope you're not lactose intolerant, because
No.
Nola's gonna have a bad.
Nola is very happy out the next hour.
Yeah, this is
Finally.
essentially your break. You're just sitting for an hour, just eating dessert.
Eating cake, yeah.
Yeah, so you can make a con check just to see if you can scarf this down quick enough to have time left over. You do. It's the next hour. The DC is 12. So you do have some time left over, sort of in the kitchen area, to look around. Then we have Flair, but you re-rolled for a 6. So while Nola is eating cake, a fire breaks out again in the kitchen.
See, it was Flair.
I put my creme brulee towards there. Like it seems like to work perfect.
That checks out.
I'm on break.
No, you're not.
I mean, I'm at the job.
Nothing oily is on fire, right?
Make a survival check.
Fuck.
No.
Who's wisdom? Woo!
That's how I feel with the investigation check.
Very nice. So the DC for this hour is 12, right? So as you check out this fire, this seems like the type of fire that your dad has set many a time in your own kitchen.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what, you grab a blanket, you throw it over, you make sure the right side is down and hold it down until the fire is out with your own fire resistance. You're the best person for this job, making sure you don't harm yourself while doing this, and have some time left over as well in the kitchen to look around. Blossom.
It's not my fault.
Blossom on an 8. The dwarven families have left, but you hear some commotion come from downstairs, like down the well. Because you were at the busing station anyway, so someone sort of helps you bus down as you go to investigate what's going on, and you can see that there's a few people here complaining that they don't need a reservation and they're so important and they should just be let in. And you see this lady, Vonda, is just there, sort of like, telling them that they have no space, and it's like, you make space, we're so important, we'll pay extra, blah blah. And it seems like Vonda isn't really the person that's gonna solve this problem for them.
Can I see how important they really are and kind of match?
You can make an insight check. We'll do 2 skills for this one, just to see how it goes. It looks like they are probably from a pretty wealthy family. Like, they are throwing monetary budget around, but it also seems they're very arrogant and they're not on the list. So they could probably pay their way in, if they maybe bribe someone that is in line that has a place, or you see some solutions for them maybe, but the solution is definitely not assaulting this woman.
No,
They're a
it's
bunch of Karens. You can see all of them have a Karen haircut as well.
I would go over
Mhm.
and kind of ask the Wanda, was it? Like what
Yeah.
the problem is?
Oh, well, these people aren't on the list, and they're still trying to get in. But yes, because we deserve to get in. I mean, who really are you even? You're preventing us from having dinner. You don't want to prevent us from having dinner. We could pay you. We could pay you. We could pay both of you. How much do you want? To get 10 gold? We could pay you 10 gold if you let us in.
I'm not really looking for any payment to let you in. I'm afraid that if you did not make a reservation, as has been opening night, it usually is months in advance, you cannot get in tonight unless you ask maybe someone else in line that would give up their spot.
So someone else in line to give up their spot. You should
I'm sorry,
You
you
should
did
be
not make a
honored that we want to
reservation.
eat at your restaurant.
I'm very sorry, ma'am, but I'm afraid you cannot get in if you're not on the guest list.
What's your name?
That is none of your business, ma'am.
I want to speak to the manager. You see, Wanda just looks at you like, who is your manager? Tell
I
me.
will get Wanda to go
She
away
goes like-
get the chef. Yeah.
And she points at you like you.
Me? Oh, I'm the manager.
You're the. They look at each other. I think your check will be deception with advantage because you already
Okay.
made the inside check, so that's why I'm giving you advantage. Deception with advantage. You are the. Well, in that case, our only weakness has been exposed, and they start to you have some time
I'm
left
calling
over.
Michelle.
Yeah, you have some time left over in the busing area, but you know that the busing area has already been searched pretty thoroughly, so it would be the band or the kitchen.
I'll check with the band.
All right, and then that was everyone, right? No, yes,
Nope.
maybe.
No,
That was
pleasure.
higher.
Pleasure.
You skip pleasure.
I did. I'm so sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the pigeon comes back. Yep. It's dinner time and the pigeon is back.
Well, can I, maneuver myself, just calculate where it will be, grab the broom, and then just, with some acrobatic jump, just smack it out?
So you want to do a dexterity-based animal handling check?
Yes.
Yes.
Why
you
is
may do
everybody
this.
playing baseball with the
Why
pigeon?
are you
A normal animal handling check, but no.
You have to play baseball.
Also, many a time people have said, I grab my crossbow and I shoot the pigeon, and I'm like, well, someone is going home very traumatized as a pigeon lands on their plate. Alright, so let's see this dexterity-based animal handling check. Look at that! Very nice. This is a wisdom-based one, what I am going to assume your dexterity
No,
is
I
higher.
calculated it. It's like this. This
Oh.
is it.
If you say so. Yeah, you successfully managed to sort of jump up, swoop this bird back out as soon as you see it coming, and you have a little bit of time left over as well. So all 4 of you can look around. You can help each other out if you want to, or make your own checks. Blossom said that she would be checking the kitchen, and then
The band.
No,
band,
the-
excuse me, that the band, and then where is everyone else checking?
I'm staying at the kitchen because I have not finished it previously.
I can help Blossom with the band area.
I will go then to the kitchen.
All right.
Oh,
there
Oh,
let
you
Claire
can.
make the check.
I make the check. Okay,
Yes,
with
you
the
make the check.
So Fleur can
Do you
make
want to
an
investigate?
investigation with advantage.
I talked to a bunch of people.
Damn!
There is still something left to be searched in the band area. Meanwhile, the other half of the team in the kitchen.
You or I?
Oh, Gray might have had too much sugar. But this will be an issue for later. Let's go.
You do the check.
I'm doing okay. Jesus.
Nice.
Nice.
We would do a great job.
Yeah, you both do a great job. 2 19s. Hey, as you're searching around the kitchen, at some point Fletcher sort of moves a barrel aside, and as you're shining this wand around, you do see a slight shimmer come from a tile that was underneath this barrel.
High five. Got it.
What did you find? What did you find?
Oh, see, this tile is slightly shimmering, so the rune is probably on the other side of it.
Okay, let's do it. Grab it.
Check it for traps.
Sorry, can you repeat? My
No,
sound
no.
hung up.
Nothing.
Just do it. Open it. Grab it. Grab it.
Can I just poke the tile in like four corners, checking with the wand, checking if it does anything?
So it's a tile on in the ground, right? So
Oh,
as you're
okay,
poking
okay.
it, there's no response other than the shimmer very obviously being on there.
Okay, I'm gonna use my dagger to lift it up.
All right. It's actually sort of like almost like a brick, so you can just sort of pull it out of the ground as soon as you get your dagger sort of lodged in there. And
Yep.
as you pull it out, you roll. No, I'm kidding. As you pull it out, you see that there is something in this gap. Like there is a sort of the bottom of this tile has been shaved off to leave a little bit of space at the bottom. So you can see that there's some writing on the bottom of the tile, and also there is something in like a little satchel inside this gap that you've now created.
I'm gonna look at the writing first.
Sure. So it reads 4 at a time. Read top to bottom.
I quickly make a note of it in my notes. And then, I'm gonna look what is inside actually.
Sure. So you grab a little satchel, and it feels like there is 2 daggers inside this satchel.
I give them to Fletcher. Anything special about them?
Do they look special?
Do you pull them out of the satchel?
Yeah.
It looks like there's a little note inside that's sort of around these 2 daggers. But they look very shiny, like very nice daggers.
I'll try to read the note that's around it.
Do you read it out loud?
No. First in my head.
Alright. The note reads, for the shopkeep.
Putting it back around. And
You can make an intelligence check for me.
Wait, are we not taking those daggers? I'm pretty sure they're a part of the treasure hunt that we are currently having going on, so...
I mean, they're daggers. Do you want to take them with us?
Yeah, what did the note say?
Something about a shopkeep.
So as you say the word shop, no, I'm kidding. It's just funny. But really, I'll stop. Last time.
That is trauma. Well, maybe we should take them with us. They are hidden there, and nobody in the kitchen knows about them, so they're not gonna know they are missing. And worst case scenario, we can put them back if we find them irrelevant to our case. So I think we should take them.
Do you have a bag or something? Or a pouch?
Yeah, I can probably pocket them somewhere.
Good. I put them on you because everybody searches the rope first. They suspect me to take this shit. So, here.
Can I put them like under my skirt on my thigh or something?
Do you have thigh holsters for daggers that you're always wearing?
Does this dagger have a belt?
No, they're daggers.
Oh.
2 daggers. You're holding them, or are you holding the satchel?
No, I'm holding the satchel.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna put it in my bag that I assume I have with me because I had a wand and a notebook and everything.
Yeah.
It's just a overhead bag, so I put them in.
Alright.
Although before I do so, can I do a quick arcana check on them if there is any energy going to go from it? No, in the satchel.
Like a
It's like holding.
Do you want to cast detect magic?
No. just a vibe. More like it. Is it obviously cursed? Not a very throughout research. Just does it
So
scream
you need to
cursed?
do one of two things to figure that out. You need to cast detect magic, or you need to take them out of the statue and look at them.
I'm then pocketing it. I do not have time for this right now.
All right.
Wasn't there? Wasn't there something about daggers?
Daggers where?
Something with a map or something?
Wait, let me have a look at it. Watch out for magically flying daggers. So I think it's best if they're pocketed right now, because if those are the magically flying daggers, we do not want to have the accident again.
Magically flying.
Yeah.
Do you have some more rope, right?
Rope?
Or something. There must be some rope around here.
Yeah, I do have. No, I do not have rope. Wait, do I?
Wait,
No.
I have some hemp rope. I will give it to you. So make some extra knots in the satchel. Just close it off.
To make sure there's a. Oh, okay, that is smart. We'll just wrap them in rope.
At that point, the clock strikes 6 and the night crew arrives. So the chef sort of lines you up, patch each of you down, is very grateful. Nola, you see your mage hand floats back over toward you. You were wondering where it was.
Win.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh my gosh, what
Nola?
happened to you?
Is it wearing a bracelet?
Clog the toilet.
What? Okay, we're
Don't
gonna talk
worry,
about it
Mage
later.
hand goes like this and then like that. Like it's shrugging.
We're gonna talk about this later. I'm not mad. Kinda curious, maybe disappointed. We'll see later. But you are still getting the bracelet, don't worry.
Alright. And as you say that, he goes, "Whoop."
So
Alright.
did
Oh, yes?
we receive any gracious tips during the work time?
Well, the thing is, we'll sort of collect the tips at the end of the evening. So, if you folks want, what we'll do, because you did such a good job, if you come back tonight, once the restaurant closes, I will put out a final meal for everyone that worked today, and you can each come and have a very nice meal at this restaurant that, you know, out of character, you could never afford to eat here. And he's offering, like, I'll cook you a whole meal, you can have all the dessert, everything, like, it'll be the fanciest dinner you've ever had. He says, if you come back later tonight, after closing, so 11 p.m. or a little bit, you know, around then, you're welcome to have a dinner here. If you can't make it, what I'll do is, you'll always have a special place on my list, and you can tell Vonda, and I'll tell Vonda, and there will be one single IOU in there for you folks to come eat at Soaring Delights.
Thank you so much.
Of course,
Thank
of
you.
course. You did a good job. You helped us out today, and I will be in touch with the union and make sure your tip is transferred to there as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, well, off you go,
So-
unless you want to work another shift.
No, I think we're
No, we're
good.
All right, well, it was a pleasure meeting you. Goodbye, goodbye.
You as well, sir.
All right, and you guys make your way out as the new crew makes their way in. They make eye contact. They're from the union. They don't know you guys, but they don't mention it. And you make your way out. You stand out on the streets. It's 6 p.m. So the sun at this point is behind Mount Waterdeep. So Mount Waterdeep sort of takes up the western side of the city, already casting its large shadow over the central part of the city, which is where you're at, right? You're sort of in the castle ward. So maybe the sun is just peeking over. Depends on where you are in the castle ward. You have a bunch of information. What do you guys want to do? You can easily find like a tavern or a little place off to the side, like a terrace or something, and sit down maybe around a pond or around a statue in the local area and sort of discuss if you want to have a discussion right now.
I might have an idea, but I need a few minutes to really
Alright.
figure this out.
Let's sit around a pond or something. Just
Yep. Sure.
The mage hand was in the toilet.
Yeah, it was in the
It was
toilet.
either my hand or the mage hand.
It's both really gross.
Listen,
mean,
I told it
was
to come back.
gross.
I don't know why it went back to the toilet. It pulled out the tampon that
No,
clogged the toilet. I don't know why it went back there. Something must have backfired. Also, if you
If
see any jewelry store, let me know. I owe it one.
Okay.
Can I look around for a jewelry store?
Sure, make an investigation check.
Not in this district. Come on, no, not in this district.
It's a 5.
A 5. You find a jewelry store, but without even thinking about it, you know this is too expensive for
Yeah.
Nola to be able to afford. You would probably need to go into the dock ward and get like someone's jewelry that they looted off a corpse on a ship or
Like,
something.
to the purple store, get some
Oh, the purple
amethyst
store.
or
You can get
something.
purple jewelry there probably.
Yeah.
Oh, doing that.
The old Zomhop shop
Um,
was also in the dock ward, so yeah, you could do that.
Mhm.
As we go to sit somewhere, I am going to ritual cast detect magic on the daggers.
Alright, so as you cast Detect Magic, the wand pings that you have, and it would be divination magic coming off the wand. The daggers are not magical, but you can make an investigation check nonetheless. On a 16, so these are not magical daggers, but they are silvered.
I'm gonna take them out.
Well, I mean,
Doesn't-
they're silvered
yeah.
once you pull them out of the bag, you can sort of tell. That's why I was like, you need to either pull them out or cast Detect Magic, because
Yeah.
silver, you can't see that if they're in the bag.
Alright, so good news, those are not the flying daggers, just silver. Silvered. Yep. So at least you are safe from that for now. Also, Crimson Brush Southern Ward. That is the reader from the area. I found a clue that says, for at the time, read top to bottom, and that's what came out of it. And I showed them my notes.
Mhm.
So, Blossom, any idea about the Crimson Brush at Southern Ward?
Do I know anything from living there?
Make a history check with advantage, because you live there, but that doesn't mean you know every single name of every single shop there. You haven't heard of the Crimson Brush before. It's this sort of this guy just runs sort of a gallery by himself where he usually makes bespoke paintings, so more sort of like a painting on request type thing, and not necessarily like a, oh, come to my gallery and buy what you see. More like, this is my style, would you like to buy one? Like a commission type guy. But he has a gallery. It's called the Crimson Brush because everything, like his sort of style, involves colors of red. Right, he likes using shades of red in his paintings. And you also know, sort of the area that it's in is sort of like the artistry region of the Southern Ward, and it's open until freaking midnight. Right, this is sort of also the party zone where you can get your drugs and stuff. So it's like, yeah, it's open until midnight. The tourists know to go there if they need stuff, you know.
Yep.
Also, I would have Fletcher make a history check as well. Please. And let me know what you get, because I'm in the kitchen.
9.
Did you roll with advantage by chance?
No.
You may, because it involves the dock ward.
Then 15.
Alright. Now that it's been mentioned a few times, it comes to memory that there is an alley in the dock ward called a Three Dagger Alley, and it is said that it's like a cursed alley. Do you think if it is a cursed alley that Fletcher at one point in his youth would have gone to investigate said cursed alley?
Of course.
What young Fletcher would have encountered were flying daggers. As soon as you step into the alleyway, daggers seeming to appear out of nothingness and then attack anyone that goes into the alleyway specifically. So you would know that is in the dock ward, while the clue that Nola has clearly guides you to the southern ward.
So I relay this to the party.
Yes.
So it leads us in two different directions.
But the map goes to the flying daggers first, so maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
both
we'll
might
find
be
another
interesting.
clue for the Crimson Brush at the Flying Daggers Alley.
So Dagger's Alley first?
Yeah.
I think so.
Good.
Alright. So you make your way south through the bustling town. You know, like I said, it's sunset time. It's 6 p.m. It's dark in the center of the city because of the shadow of the mountain. Making your way into the dock ward. Do you want to stop by the old Zoplop shop?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, you can stop by the old Zoplop shop. I believe it was 1 gold piece for any item you wanted that was purple.
I think we rolled a d6.
Sure.
We rolled a d6.
Roll a d6, see how many gold pieces this purple bracelet is.
A steal.
So 2 gold pieces, you get a purple bracelet for your mage hand.
I do it. I summon it and I give it a bracelet.
Alright. And yeah, you can make your way to 3 Daggers Alley. People are avoiding this alleyway. Right, the people of the dock ward know that this place is not a place you want to mess with. What you're seeing is there's 2 streets on either side connected by this alleyway. But the 2 streets are busy. It would be about 50-60 feet long alleyway. There's no crates in this alleyway. Any doors that are in this alleyway are just boarded up from the inside because people don't use it. And you could see like a certain, like a sewer entrance, right? Like a, what do you call that? A pothole type thing is in the center somewhere. But yeah, people don't use this alleyway.
I have a timeline question. We have been in the restaurant for 4 hours, right?
No, 6 hours. You got there at 12 and
6
you left
hours.
at 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So the mage armor that I cast at the moment of entering the dungeon would be off. It's 8 hours.
Yes.
I know.
Mhm.
I guess. Yep.
So do I have it or no? Because my internet cut me off.
Make an Arcana check.
It's off.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm going to recast it before entering this alley.
I have a feeling we need to enter the sewer again.
So, looking in the alley, is there like a pattern to this knives,
To this.
or is it at random? Is there a pattern, like how they are coming out, going to people?
But no one is going into the alley, so you don't know.
Oh, I thought from my youth that I maybe checked something.
On a 15, you know that they're here, but you don't know if there's a pattern to it or anything, no.
Okay.
I can go there if you want to check the pattern.
Do you want to get stabbed this easily?
I could also go.
Oh yeah, let's
I mean-
all go and get stabbed.
I mean, look,
I have my
I
shield.
can take a few little stabby stabs. I guess.
I can still cure there if something happens.
From
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
Can we go
And
to the,
Fletcher and you are smart, and you can think of a pattern.
from where we are, can we get to the other side of the alley without moving through it? Like, can we go around way to get to the other side of the alley?
You could go through other alleyways. There would be like a
Yeah.
2-minute walk to get from here to the other side if you're not taking this alleyway.
Okay, Fletch, maybe you will stay on one end and I will go to the other so that we can have a better vision on the possible patterns of the daggers.
Sure. I'm a little bit faster, so I'll go around, go there.
Alright.
Sure, you find some type of rooftop to climb up on, and within a minute you're on the other side. Blair, you step into the alleyway.
So I was thinking about the pattern. Oh no.
They're
I guess
looking
so.
at like a pattern from other sides of the alley right now.
I
Yeah.
will go into it.
Alright.
Yes.
I'm going to very closely observe it.
Yeah, observe.
I'll be watching Flair to make sure that they don't like throw up unconscious.
Sure. So, as Flair steps into this alleyway, you see 3 daggers appear. One appears at the far end, one appears sort of near the center, and one appears where Flair stepped in. The one where Flair stepped in immediately sort of turns toward her and just shoots towards her as if it was thrown by somebody. The one from the center does the same. The one that's near Fletcher almost as if it was like a creature that would have to dash and sort of using its full movement to head in that direction, but within 6 seconds doesn't get to the other side of the alleyway, if I say it like that. It sounds a bit weird, but you know what I mean. So 2 of them are going to reach Flare and try to make an attack. So I need to roll some d20s. So it is a 13, no, a 12 to hit and a 9 to hit.
Both don't hit.
Alright, we can see these 2 daggers sort of miss Flare, swoop around. Flare, what would you like to do?
I will try to matrix them at first, make it like a cool movement. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And step like another few steps to see if there are more coming, because probably people see daggers flying at them and just step out of the alley, because, well,
Yeah.
the daggers.
At a glance, you see 1 more is coming toward you.
Okay, I can take it.
So where do you go? Do you stay there near the entrance, or do you go anywhere?
I will try to go further into the alley.
Sure. Meanwhile, Nola and Fletcher, you can make insight checks, I guess.
Oh, let's go.
Damn!
Double 23. Like I said, these daggers almost behave as if they were like creatures, like summoned creatures. You can definitely tell, Nola, there's like a little bit of a conjuration leftover magic here, as if there was probably at one time a big fight between 2 gangs here, and this is just some like leftover magic from a gang war from 20 years ago. So it doesn't look like there's a pattern to it. It looks like they just respond to anyone that's in there and just sort of drone towards that person and then start attacking. That's what you guys figure out on that turn. So then the daggers go. I know we're sort of in this loose initiative, but I feel like if you feel at any point it's unfair, then we can roll initiative. So all 3 of the daggers are going to sort of swarm Flare and try to strike at her again. 17, 10, 14.
17 and 14 does hit.
Alright. So that is 6 points of piercing damage in total.
Okay. So do we know something? Because
Yes, you can get out.
Time for the puddle.
okay.
No, the puddle. Go to the hole.
The whole
What hole?
the one to the bait to like the
sewers.
The sewers. Thank you.
Okay. I was told to do that, and I will do that.
Alright, so you get to the center of the alleyway, and like I said, there is a sewer entrance here. It looks like a pretty heavy lid that you would have to lift up, that would give you access into the beneath of the city.
I will do it.
So make an athletics check, please.
Yuppie.
Oh.
Fuck.
It slips out of your
I-
grasp. Oh yes?
No. I will try again, though.
You want to try again?
Yes.
Alright, the
Even
daggers
if the daggers are.
The daggers are gonna
Yeah.
go first again. Yeah, what would everyone else like to do as you're outside
I
of
wanna
this alley?
start helping Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe we
moving
should
as
all
well.
get in. Exactly.
Mhm.
All in.
All in,
Everyone
exactly.
starts running toward Flare, towards the
Mhm.
center. Alright, then the daggers go. The daggers are all gonna attack Flare, because they're already next to Flare. So it's 15, 14, 19.
Every hits.
For a total of 8 damage.
Okay.
Then all your friends are now at your side, supporting you.
Fleur.
What is the plan?
I want to
Uh,
help Claire lift the putt.
Nola is there for mental support.
It's literally Avengers Assemble moment right now.
You can do
Okay,
this.
so
You got this.
okay.
Bardic inspiration. Wizard inspiration.
I am rolling with advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay. Athletics, please. Thank you.
Nice.
Damn!
That's a lot of 23s recently.
Yeah!
All
Take your
right.
time.
So, I was chewing my last bite. I was like, that was a big bite. So,
Check it on your bingo card.
yes, I was thinking, hit your bingo cards, people. So you successfully lift the sewer grate, and I'll say on a big success, right, on a 23 double. Everyone is able to sort of get in there before the daggers get to go again, because you have to go single file down a ladder, half movement, everything. But everyone manages to get in because you rolled so well. And you find yourselves in the dark and stinky sewers of Waterdeep.
I'll
Welcome
once
back again.
again cast light and like my little button there.
You stand in the sewers. What is your plan here? Because you see sort of walkways on both sides, dirty sewage water in the center.
Get to the side.
I would have cast light and start. Well, it says look underneath, so maybe like on top of the sewer.
I'm gonna pull out the wand again and do the light with it.
Sure. There's now a little bit of light.
And probably walk like a few meters back and forth on the walls near the water, try to like scan for anything.
Make an investigation check. You're pretty confident, you looked around pretty well, and you do not see what you're looking for here.
Okay, nothing here just yet.
What you do notice on the other side, sort of as you're studying the patterns, right, in the brick, you sort of notice there's something a little bit off about a pattern on the other side of this nasty, nasty river of sludge.
Oh, that's weird. Can I knock
What's
on it?
weird?
You want to go over to the other side? How are you going to get to the other side?
Through the sewage.
You're going to just go through the sewage? I like it. Alright, so as you go through the sewage... Oh, by the way, I will give each of you a hero dice for helping out the restaurant. So as you go through the sewage to the other side and check it out...
What bites me?
No, you're fine. You should,
Okay.
your boots are never going to be the same again.
Nola, why?
On that 16 that you rolled earlier, you see that there appears to be a passage behind this wall, like the wall could swing outward and reveal a passage.
I will try to do that.
Sure. As you open it up, you see before you a very small room. But as soon as you open it, you also hear the sound of two crossbows going pling ploing toward you. So that is an 8 and a 17 to hit you.
Wait, I'm doing my mental math. I'm casting. Am I? Yeah, I'm casting shield on
You would be
myself too.
surprised
So it.
because you did not check
Oh,
for trap,
right.
so you do not
Yep.
have a reaction. So a 17 would hit,
Okay.
yeah?
Yes.
Right, so you're gonna take 10 points of piercing damage.
Are you okay?
Ow!
You guys
No.
all watch as Nola walks through the sewage, just sort of looks at a wall, puts her fingers to the side, and straight up opens it towards her, and then is hit with a crossbow in the chest. And as she turns around, it's like lodged in her shoulder really deep. She takes 10 damage, which is the maximum from a crossbow,
no.
right? Oh, yes?
My arcane ward breaks. So it's just a shine of light and it just barely scratches me.
Nice.
Because my arcane ward had 9 hit points.
Ooh, excellent. So as you see it come toward Nola, you would all think, man, if this hits her, she dead, right? And you can see it almost as if time is moving around this dart slow as it gets closer and closer to Nola, and then it just sort of chips her very lightly where it would have hit her very nastily in the shoulder. And then it falls to the ground.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, I
Way
go
too
to the
close.
sewage towards Nola. Like,
Yeah,
what
same.
do you do?
How far is like the sewer?
10 feet wide.
Can I jump it?
Your standing jump is your strength modifier. You would need a
4.
running leap, but you do not have enough space for a running leap. You could, if you wanted to, walk further down the tunnel into the darkness and check if there's any way to get across.
Sure.
It's Blossom versus Sewage again.
Yeah.
So
I have
Blossom,
light. It's fine.
Blossom starts heading into the darkness with her light, or a little bit away from where you guys are. Meanwhile, Fletcher and Nola, what's Flair doing?
First, walking through the sewage
All right.
as well.
So as the three of you look in, what you see is a small 10 by 15 foot chamber with two doors that are very sort of waterlogged and nasty. You can see that this area is very sparsely furnished. It has a sort of low table with some like pillow sacks that have hay in them. There is a set of playing cards on the door. You can see that there's sconce in this room with an unlit torch in it. And you can see one of the doors is actually ajar slightly.
Mm,
And you would all have
I
to
would
crouch getting into this room.
yeah.
Not crawl, but like just a slight little, like, it's a bit low.
I would really like to walk towards the ajar doors and
Alright.
peek inside.
So you want to just peek inside this dark room, relying solely on your dark vision. So you're looking at these like red shades. It looks like another one of these small rooms. Although you can't look around the corner, obviously. So what you're looking at would be sort of the back wall. And you can see there's some more of these just empty pillowcases filled with hay. There's maybe a small sort of piece of cloth, almost as tucked down as if it would be used as a blanket.
That's weird.
I would look at the floor and see if it's not trapped.
Alright, make a perception check.
Perception. Great. Means not
6.
bad to find.
You don't see any traps.
6. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so I will walk in to just check really the room.
So as you walk into this room, you can see that there's no traps. There is these two sort of little, like, makeshift beds. They look to be the size for a small creature, like a halfling maybe. And there's nothing else really in this room that catches your attention.
Out of just pure curiosity, I will check under the beds.
Sure, like it's not really beds. It's just sort of piles of hay that look scavenged off the streets, and then just a piece of cloth sort of put over it to make it at least somewhat comfortable to lie on.
Okay, I will just go back to the room and be like, I don't know, there's really nothing there.
Meanwhile, Blossom, you walked about a minute away from where everyone is. And you find that there's some planks just sort of leaned against the side of the sewers that would be long enough to bridge this this gap if you wanted to try that.
Yes, please.
You can make a survival check. So you bridge this gap.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like it's gonna hold you. But you could try. Maybe it will. You could try and fetal yep it as well if you wanted to.
Yeah, just like jump with the stick.
Yeah, fetal yep it.
I could do that, yeah.
Alright, so you're gonna try fetal yep it?
Yeah.
Roll for fetal yapping. What I need you to roll.
Acrobatic.
No, listen. What I need you to roll. I need you to roll the fetal yep skill. So I need you to roll 3d6 and drop the lowest one. The same way you would roll any skill. Or well, there. Yeah, so your fetal yep skill is technically 16. Roll another d6, see if you roll 6, because it's normally 4d6 drop 1, right? Yeah. So your fetal yep skill is a 16. So you actually grab one of these planks, run at the sewage, and sort of plant it perfectly in the center of the sewage, and just use that leverage to sort of lift you, that momentum to lift you over to the other side as you perfectly land on the other side. Please remember going forward that you have a 16 in fetal yepping as your skill. So if you ever need to fetal yep in the future of the campaign, you have a +4 to fetal yepping.
Wouldn't heavy armor give disadvantage on fetal yepping skills?
No, if you're really good at fetal yepping, it does not give you disadvantage. But it's specifically fetal yepping, right? It's not just like jumping or athletics or anything. It's specifically if you're fetal yepping. You have a +4, I will say, on a 16.
Nice.
Alright. And you're on the other side, so you can start making your way back.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, what's everyone else doing in the little sort of room that you're in?
I'd like to check the other door.
All right, make an investigation check.
In the meantime, I want to check the cards.
The playing cards, yeah, you can see that there's like half burnt candles, as if someone was like lighting a little candle, playing some games. It looks like they're betting bottle caps. Like there's a few bottle caps here and there scattered around the table. On an 18 investigation check, it doesn't look like the door is trapped, and it is also not locked, but it has a lock on it.
I open it.
All right. As you open it, you look into another one of these sort of similar rooms that Flair checked out, so another sort of 15 by 10 room. This one also has one of these sort of makeshift beds in it, but there's also a small chest next to that bed.
Let's check the chest if it's trapped.
Alright. Nola, is there anything specifically you're checking out about the game?
I'm more like looking at the cards if there's any writing on it or any clues, or maybe the setting is somewhat a clue. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm looking for clues for the riddle. That is my goal.
Right. So you're sort of using the wand shining on each of the cards, seeing if any of them have anything on it. You can make an investigation check for me. Nice. It looks like this card set is much used, but it's not complete. Like it's missing, you know, a joker or two. It's missing like the heart 8. It's missing a few of the cards, and it looks like you know, there is actually a card in there that they added in, and it just has writing on it. It says heart 8, haha, and you know, so they put it in. Meanwhile, Fletcher on an 18 investigation. No, that was for the door, right? Yeah. So you can make an investigation check for the chest. It looks like the chest is locked.
Getting out the thief's tools, trying to open it.
Alright, make a Thieves' Tools check. Do you have a light source with you in this room?
I would have, yeah, it's a torch,
Alright.
something like that.
There is a sconce here, like you could light the torch that's here. There's a torch on the wall that you could light.
Yeah, with Flint just
Alright.
lighting it.
So you're spending about 5 minutes messing around with this lock. You know that you could open this. You just need a little bit more time. Like the chest is a bit waterlogged, so it's a bit harder to get your tools in there. But meanwhile, Blossom, you also arrive at this little sort of hideout that everyone has found.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
You're all standing around as Fletcher is fucking with this log for the past 5 minutes.
Did we find anything else? Or will you find anything else?
Fletcher is fighting with the chest. I don't think there was anything in this room, and they need a new set of playing cards. But there isn't anything else in here, so...
Did we check with the magic light?
Yeah,
everywhere?
I did. I mean, actually, I only checked cards and like the table area.
I'll just think maybe you can do here, and I'll do where Flare was. So I'll start heading where Flare is with like my little button with light, and start looking around for like the symbol if it maybe appears somewhere.
Yeah, you can make an investigation check with advantage, and Fletcher can make another Thieves' Tools check.
Well, at this point, I'm just so pissed. I would like to, I would like to take the hammer and just try to bash open the lock.
Not the hammer.
Alright, you can make an athletics check. You would know that the DC to do with Thieves' Tools is much lower than the DC to do with athletics.
Yeah. Okay, the Thieves' Tools. It's good.
Sure, I'll just tell you, it's like, Fletcher seems to me at least like a clever enough guy to know that, okay,
Yeah,
if I
I
try
know.
this again, it's more likely to work with the tools.
Yeah.
Alright, on a 17, nothing in this hideout has the title mark glyph on it. You would see that there was foot traffic in this place probably earlier this morning. And again, like I said, it's all sort of small size, like halflings are sort of occupying this hideout usually. And Fletch, pretty quickly you do manage to finally sort of open this chest.
Aha! I take off the lock and open the chest.
It's empty. What do you do?
Damn it. Nola?
Yeah, come in. I shine the light into the chest, hoping for a magic.
There's a shimmer on the inside of the bottom of the chest.
Oh, thank God.
I think there is a second button under it. Can you try to, I don't know, lift it up or...
I lift up the chest.
Chest is made of stone, so it's very heavy.
I don't lift up the chest.
I will help though.
All right, lift up the chest. There's nothing underneath the chest.
Maybe it's a false bottom.
Trying to find it. Inside if there's a double button.
Sure. So you sort of get your dagger in there, move it around, get some thieves tools going, and yeah, it does reveal a false bottom. So you can see underneath this false bottom there is 2 red-colored potions. And you can also see on the inside of the lid, again on that underside, there is some writing.
Nola, can you check this out?
Yep. What does it say?
It reads, arrange in 6 rows.
Arrange in 6 rows. I flip through my notes.
As you start flipping through your notes, you all hear voices echo through the sewers, a bit far away still.
Yeah, taking the 2 potions, like, we can check it out somewhere else, right? Let's get out of here.
Yep, sure.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Closing the lid, closing the chest, putting on the lock again. Let's go.
So you take the potions out.
I take the potions out for later check. Checking or consuming.
As you guys sort of step back into that main little starter area, like I said, you can hear voices pretty far down the tunnel, so you have some time sort of get out and probably get out of sight. And you can hear these voices sort of talk. It sounds like young girls are talking. They're like, man, that was such a cool job. Yeah, I mean, we actually got some, like, silver pieces that we can use in the game. Yeah, but I still want to use my bottle caps, though. Well, you can use the bottle caps, and then we'll use the silver pieces. But that doesn't sound fair, does it? No, that's not really fair. So, do you think that the Baron is gonna hire us for a job again? I don't know, I think we did pretty well. He even paid us silver pieces, so that was pretty nice. It sounds like it's 3 girls, like young girls, like 8-year-olds coming your direction. Like I said, you have time to sort of get out of Dodge and get out of the way.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
But maybe we should go the other way and find another exit from this sewage, not to enter into the daggers again.
Yeah.
That's a smart one.
Alright, so if you're not gonna get out right away and instead you're gonna go down the hallway with a light source, then I would need all of you to roll stealth check. Listen, Blossom, it's either go through the shit and get out on the other side, or roll stealth check to get out of Dodge.
Better stealth than the wizard and the barbarian.
Alright, do we want to add anything to this?
I will
roll. Yeah.
Oh, my roll
That's
20s.
at least.
Not cooperating with me.
So we got 11, 12, 17, and 22. So we got an average of about 15, 16. Alright. Yeah, you guys just sort of, they don't notice you. You catch a glimpse of these girls. You know, they have a light source with them. They have a torch with them. You can see one sort of confidently walks out in front. She has sort of short ginger hair in a bob. The other one sort of has short black hair off to the side, and the other one has sort of long, dirty blonde hair in a messy braid. It looks like they're wearing sort of tattered clothes that don't fit them very well. But you can see that the girl sort of with the bob ginger hair sort of has a little bag with her and she's sort of like, you know, excitedly wrinkling it around. It's probably filled with the silver pieces that they got for this job. And yeah, you see them head over to this place and sort of, you know, try and open up the little hideout that they have as you guys make your way around the corner. You guys get out?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's find out
Yeah.
the other end.
It's doable. You find another entrance, sort of emerge out of the side of a square that's pretty busy with people. They look at you weird as you emerge from the sewers, but no one's gonna ask questions. It's the dock ward. This is where all the criminals live. And you find yourselves out in the street smelling like poop.
Um,
Comes for the job.
Where do we
Yeah,
go doing
consider.
this?
I mean, I don't think we should go to the southern world smelling like
No.
poopy.
At this point, it's like 7 p.m. with you guys making your way here from the Birdman statue and then doing this investigation, you know.
Yeah, let's go to the southern ward. Maybe fresh up somewhere.
Well,
Alright. So as you make your way through the dock ward, you actually pass the sailor's bathhouse.
Nice.
Scrab ye salty bags, reads the sign.
We enter.
Alright. You find this place full of rugged men with sailor tattoos all over them, and there's like a nice little side one. This one is just the entrance, rugged men everywhere, and there's like a little side room, and it says, ladies and non-binary pals only. You can see this place is nicely kept, and there's like, you know, the more elegant side of the bathhouse. The men don't want to be on this side. It smells like perfume and soap. They just want to bathe in salt, you know.
We look at Fletcher.
Good luck.
good luck, Fletch.
Or you could identify as a binary for today. That's
For an hour.
I go to the men's.
Alright.
Sure.
Good.
You
Look
don't
at that
have
man
to.
cry.
I know some of them.
You know Brooke. Brooke is there.
In which one? The man or
Oh,
the...
in the men's side.
Yeah,
Brooke
that
is
sounds
just
like
hanging around with all the men. Oh,
We...
Fletch, what are you doing here?
Cleaning up a little bit. What are you doing here?
I'm bathing. What does it look like I'm doing?
You know what? It's a long day. It's good.
No, it's alright.
Fine.
I mean, is that a genuine question? What am I doing here? I mean, we just got back from a little job out at sea, and it's always nice to sort of go to ye old salty bathhouse. It's one of the nicest places in the dock ward, honestly.
Yeah, I know. You're right. It's good. We need to freshen up. We went to shit somewhere
Yeah, no,
downstairs.
it looks like shit is literally coming off you. Maybe you should shower before you get into the water.
Yeah, I'll do
Showers are over there.
Good.
Alright.
that. Moving up.
Sure. Yeah, you can see, you know, not necessarily everyone is naked here. Most of them are just sort of wearing like underclothing, including Brooke as they're having a rowdy time with the sailors. You know, many of them are singing it's almost like a tavern, except there's no beer yet. You don't know what's gonna happen later tonight. Meanwhile, over in the ladies and non-binary area, where it smells like nice, like perfume, but obviously, especially for Blossom, this is nothing like a nice Sune bathhouse, right? This is still a shady Dogward bathhouse where there's probably peepholes around, you know. So, but at least you guys can all freshen up.
What will we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a sailor?
Well, Fletch, what do we do with the drunken sailor?
Throw him in the back until he's sober.
Throw him in the back until he's sober.
Throw him in the back until he's sober. Early in the morning.
Hey, oh, up she rises. Yeah, exactly. And it sort of goes around. Excellent. So you all freshen up nicely. So you're here for an hour. You can take a short rest if you need to. So if Claire wants to roll a hit dice.
Yes.
And Nola, you could cast Mage Armor again, I guess, if you want to up
It
your
lasts for
board.
8. Yeah.
If you want to, but it's not going to give you any
No.
additional benefits. No.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm not going to do that yet.
Alright.
Okay.
So, Fletcher, you're going to tell me about your shit show or what?
Well, we found some map and we are on this mission and he tries to explain it and it's wibbly wobbly.
Tiny by me.
Alright, well, have fun with that, I guess.
Sorry.
Let me know if you get rich, because then I was definitely there with you.
Well, you can come with us. Maybe we can use some help in the end.
I guess. I got nothing to do. I can come with if you want.
Sure.
No, Sure.
We are going now, though. So come.
Okay, sure. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, and Brooke will sort of dress up. You can see they're wearing a very cool sort of like captain's jacket that they probably stole from someone. Just shy of a nice pirate hat. And just lots of mismatched jewelry. So that just have like only different earrings in only different little piercings and stuff. Like they found this on corpses and looted the corpse, but only looted half of it probably. And yeah, as the ladies emerge, you'll see that Brooke and Fletcher are waiting for you.
Oh,
Sup?
hey, Brooke.
Hey, hi, Bert.
Been a while.
Are you coming along?
I mean, Fletch did invite me along, so that means that I'm taking my part of the share, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1/5.
6.
Six.
Garrick has a quick braid.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. No, I respect the hustle. You need to share your booty equally. Where are we going?
So,
Probably
Southern Ward?
Southernward.
I see. Let's do it. Lead the way.
Make it away.
All right.
Noah is very deep in her thoughts with her notes out. She's trying to arrange in 6 rows. What the? That makes no sense.
Maybe you need another hint.
Yeah. They're very hinty at every place, so you know.
Yeah, let's go to the last place and then you can figure it out.
Wait, we are going. I can do both.
You're holding up. You're walking really slow. I could piggyback ride you, but otherwise it's just.
I'm just guiding Nola during the walk.
Yeah, I'm like have my hands on her shoulders and trying to like.
I mean, it's just like in our childhoods where you just zoned out and we already had to guide you everywhere. It's like, hey, how do we get here?
That checks out.
Otis, run.
What?
Huh?
I don't know. I'm trying out the possibilities. I got Otis run with double N and Hmok.
Mock.
Mock?
Hmok.
Not the mock.
Like
Meet the mock.
No, Hmok.
Even worse, I see. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, Nola. You make no sense.
Ruse.
Ruse?
Where does she make sense?
I do think we might need another clue, honey.
Yeah.
Have you arranged it in 6 rows? What are we arranging in 6 rows?
We found some really weird writing.
Yeah, and we got a clue that is leading us currently to the.
Tried to explain it, but Fletcher bad at explaining.
Yeah, we found a long string of letters that made no sense until we found a clue, and then it made sense. And it's Crimson Brush, but then we got another clue, and this clue makes no sense.
Have you tried
either way,
combining the 2 clues that you have, like arrange in 6 rows, and then do the other thing that you have from your other clue?
huh? I have not tried that yet.
Because what is your other clue?
It was.
No, not the letters. Is there ass in there?
4 at the time. Read top to bottom.
No, yeah, there is ass in there actually.
So what if you arrange it in 6 rows and then 4 at a time read it top to bottom?
Nah, maybe other way around.
Oh, okay.
I will have to check it.
So,
but there is ass in there, yes.
nice. Meanwhile, I think is this nice music?
Yes.
Maybe a bit too peaceful for the Southern Ward.
Maybe.
This works. So, you get to the Southern Ward, sort of the artistic part of town, where all the pottery smiths and the clothiers are, and the ateliers of art, and the bands hire out little halls to practice their music out late into the night. There's open mic nights and karaoke. There is stand-up comedy and poetry readings. Any type of sort of artistic things you might look for, you would likely find in the Southern Ward. At this point, the sun has set, so the lanterns are being lit by the Lamplighters Guild as they make their way with their sort of these young boys trying to earn some little bit of money with a big ladder. 2 of them sort of rush past you and set it up with the next stall and climb up and light the next one and climb back down and sort of go around the district, starting to light all the lamps. And you do find yourselves in front of the Crimson Brush, which is a 3-story building where the first 2 floors are actually just apartments. It's only 15 feet wide, so imagine like literally like an Amsterdam-ish row house, like a high, slender house. And like I said, first 2 floors would just be people living on this floor, and then the 3rd floor it has a little sign at the base. It says 3rd floor, or the 2nd floor, however you want to number your floors. Crimson Brush, Atelier, and Gallery. Open. Just knock, see if we're open.
Yeah. So we go up, or do you have something, Noah?
No, nothing yet.
Alright, so as you go up, who goes upstairs first? Because it's a single file sort of spiral staircase.
I'll go after Flair.
I go first.
Alright. So, Flair, as you head up the staircase, the floor underneath where you're supposed to go, as you're heading up, the door opens. And you can see just an old lady. She looks to be sort of half-elven, is a little bit hunched. And she goes, "Ah, there you are, child. I've been wondering where you were. The tea is getting cold." And sort of makes her way over towards you, Flair. "Now, come. I have cookies. Come.
I think, ma'am, I think you misunderstood. I don't know who you are.
Are you sure? You sure look like my... No, actually,
Look,
at the second
fire!
glance...
Fire her!
Yes,
Ghost!
I do not remember my son having hair that was on fire, no. And also, you seem to be a
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah,
Well, I apologize for the inconvenience. Would
No
you like
worries.
some cookies? It looks like my son is not coming tonight, so I already have all these freshly baked cookies.
Oh, I'm very sorry, miss.
I would look back at Blossom and be like, how can I say no to cookies?
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with you. I need some cookies.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right! Excellent! Come. And yeah, you guys step into this 15 feet wide, but like 30, 35, 40 feet long apartment. So that's the way it's sort of set up. And it smells nice. Like it smells like an old person's home that freshly baked cookies. You can see there's a table set up with two chairs. There's tea that has long gone cold already, and a little plate of cookies there. Just, "Oh yes, well, my son said he would be coming sometime soon, but he hasn't come yet. So every night I bake cookies just in case he comes. Haven't seen
How
him in
long?
quite a while."
When did he say he would come back, ma'am?
Oh, too long ago. But I believe he could still come visit his mother sometime. So that's why I have cookies ready for when he does. It's his favorite recipe.
What is your son doing?
Oh, well, last I checked, he said he was gonna make it big in Baldur's Gate. That was, some years ago. He sent me a letter twice since then. Said he found himself a little lady friend, so I was hoping they would come visit someday. But no one ever comes to visit me anymore.
What is your name, miss?
My name is... What is my name? Yes, my name is Margaret.
Oh,
So your son has been gone for years now.
Yes, he said he was gonna make it. His last letter, I still have it here. She walks over to a little fridge that has 2 letters stuck to it.
Oh.
Yes, dearest mother, I hope this letter finds you in good health. And it's my favorite part of the letter, honestly. He says, yes, we have opened a business in Baldur's Gate. If only you were of good enough health to come visit sometime. We miss you so dearly and look forward to come visit you soon. Yes, signed by my good son Brandon in 1485.
what year
A
is it?
year now? Yeah.
1492.
Oh,
6 years.
that's 6 years.
That's
Oh,
7
this
years.
poor lady.
I
Feel
feel
bad
so
for
bad for
her.
her.
Don't,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
coming sometime soon. I just know it.
May I ask you, are you the painter here?
Oh, well, no, Gareth is the painter. He paints. Atelier is just upstairs. Is that where you youngsters were headed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ah, you do seem like fine appreciators of art. It's not really my taste. This is sort of red art, very provocative sometimes. I much prefer sort of pastel-y things and landscapes.
I like landscapes.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah,
too.
that's good.
Me too. Yes, yes.
I must say, Margaret,
By the way, she does
amazing
give
cookies.
each of you a cookie, and even though you're still holding a cookie, goes around with the plate again to almost force you to take a second cookie. Oh, right,
Perfect
excellent. The
cookies.
plate is almost empty. Just one more for Margaret. Oh, I
I
gotta be careful that my teeth don't fall out. I'm kidding. They're fake.
I'm packing the cookies away for Garrick later.
Oh, are
Aww.
you not? You don't want your cookies, darling
Oh,
boy? I don't know your names.
I had a big lunch, but my brother loves cookies, so I'll just
Oh, well,
I'll share them.
your brother is always welcome to come and pick up some cookies. I suppose I should start admitting that my dear son Brandon is probably not coming to visit his dear mother anytime soon.
Have you tried sending
Very
him a
sorry.
letter?
Oh well, yes I have, but probably he's just very busy. Because I haven't gotten any letters back since the last one.
Do
Very
you
sorry,
know
miss.
what his business is called?
Oh, well, well, he was gonna sell something. I know. He was big on sort of doing things with wood. He was a very creative young man. So he would make all these little wooden sculptures. He was such a talented boy, but he knew that he wasn't made for Waterdeep. The guild and the bureaucracy. He wanted to be more a free-spirited individual, as many do in this district of the city. And so he left for Baldur's Gate on a ship. I waved at him, and he waved at me, and well, that's the last time I saw him.
Does she
We
like?
hope that he will be back.
Does she look like she could use a hug?
Make an insight check.
Mm,
Maybe.
maybe. Miss,
Oh yes.
would you do you feel like you need like a hug or maybe some more company throughout the weeks?
Oh well. If you're offering your embrace, you do seem like a person that would give warm, comfortable hugs. Yes, I would like one.
Alright, I'll give her a hug.
Yes. Oh yes. Ah, very strong, yeah, lass. I like that. Yes. Oh well, if you want to come by sometime, old Margaret will be here.
We'll remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you let me know in advance, I can bake you some cookies. You can send me a letter. I can hang it on my fridge. How
Sounds
does
good.
that sound?
That sounds great.
Great.
Good. Well, but I still don't know your name, so I'm Old Lady Margaret.
I'm Blossom. Hi.
Claire.
My name's Noah.
Fletcher.
Great. Just a moment. And she shuffles off into like what
Oh.
would be sort of a little bathroom. Then she
Is
shuffles
it a
back
birthday calendar?
with a birthday calendar. I need you to put your names on this so that I can remember. Please.
I
There
will
you
put
go.
put my name on
Good.
like
Yes.
December somewhere.
Nola would place her birthday as well.
Claire as well.
Yes, and your brother. Yes, very good. Thank you. Alright.
When is your birthday?
Yes, when is your birthday?
Oh, my birthday is in summer when the birds sort of their eggs have been laid and their eggs have been hatched and their chicklets fly out from the nest. That's when I celebrate my birthday.
Can I make a intelligence check on what the fuck
sure.
she means?
Sure.
Why there are so many riddles today?
Sure. She's probably like 300 years old and doesn't really care about which specific day it's on, so she just sort of goes with the vibe of like, this is the day I will celebrate my birthday. I feel like that's sort of an elven thing to do, where instead of like on a specific date, instead they go the day each year when the fish first bite, or like they have like this little sort of thing where that's when I celebrate my birthday.
Alright. By the way, what time of the year is it right now?
Roll a d4 or d12, I guess.
September. Oh no.
There you go.
You missed your birthday.
Yep.
Thanks for missing summer, Nola.
I'm sorry.
I mean, if we were to pick up like 4 years exactly after like the festival, it would have been like around end of summer, right?
So it fits.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's a good thing that I didn't do the Christmas themed adventure in December. They're ready for next year.
Hey.
Alright.
I think we can do like 3 months in a year.
You should be
3
able
months
to.
a
You
year.
should be able to. That's sort of what the Everon campaign came out to, I think, as well. Ish. Anyway, old lady Margaret would have another conversation with you, but instead she goes, I believe if you have business with Gareth, you better go check if he's in today. I saw him earlier today, so he should be there.
Thank you. It was lovely
Thank you.
meeting
Thank
you.
you very much.
And, come visit old lady Margaret sometimes.
We will.
Hey.
Alright. Well, goodbye. She sort of waves at you. She keeps standing in the door opening and waving at you as you depart. Goodbye.
Oh my god, I love her.
I will
Out
miss
of everything, this is the part that makes me emotional. Why? I don't know why.
come back sometime. I will be here. Visit your parents. Are you okay, Uni? Do we need like a little break?
It's okay, continue.
Okay. You guys walk up the stairs to the top floor of this 3-story building, and see that there is a door there to the side. It says atelier, keep out, gallery, we are open. 2 doors. And it looks like the door to the gallery actually has like a little window in it that has this sign behind it, and the atelier door is just a wooden door with the sign on top of it, like on the outside, like atelier, keep out private area.
Knock knock.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah, just knock on the door.
Alright. As you knock on the little gallery door, you see a man with just a nice mustache, very well kept beard, sort of his hair sort of over to the side in a swoop and then goes back up even a little bit. He's wearing a button-down shirt with checkered patterns on it, a little bow tie. He has thick rimmed glasses. Opens the door, says, "What's up, dudes? Come into my shop. Welcome to Crimson Brush. What's going on?"
That's not the language I expected from the description.
I know, he's the hipster.
It's exactly what I expected from this description, and it still triggered me.
Dudes, totally welcome to the Crimson Brush, where I make bespoke art. You're currently in my gallery, so you can look around and sort of get a vibe for what you want for your house, and then I can paint you a commission piece. Please come in.
We go in.
Alright, excellent. Tubular. So, like I said, I make bespoke art, so if you're interested in anything, just let me know. I'll be right here. And you can see, like, then 15 feet wide, but, like, again, similar to Margaret's home, like 45 feet deep. You can see that there is sort of partitions along the length of the room that allow for multiple paintings to be hung along the edges of the room. So the outside walls, but also the two partitions on the inside have paintings along them. He's standing behind a little counter, so sort of as you enter, right immediately to the side is the counter. He's sort of just standing there, chilling, giving you time to browse, not pushing or be like, so this art is this and this art is that. He's just sort of like, you look at art at your own pace, right? At your own pace. And yeah, you guys can freely walk through this gallery if you want. Are you looking for anything specific or just looking around? Also, everything is red, so what I should do is hang on.
Hey Google.
Nice. I would just walk by, try to see something that might be. No, actually, all of the time we were finding things that were not related to people in there. Like they had no idea it was there. So I think I'm just gonna pretend that I'm looking at the really close details of the art and just light up the wand and try to find anything.
Alright. So, as you pull out the wand, you do hear him go, oh, actually, please can you not put, like, your magic away? Because I know that there's magic that can copy art, and I have the copyright rights to my art pieces, so you're not allowed to, like, put the magic inside my shop.
Okay, yeah, no, totally get it. I was not going to. I was just to see the better, the light.
Well, I can, hang on, let me ask my Google. Google! Hey, Google! Put lamps on white! Ah, yes, it's much better.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's that's what I call my sort of drift globes. You see multiple drift globes float over toward you and sort of allow you to see the painting better. So you're currently looking at a painting of a ginger cat on a windowsill. It's very finely painted. There's a bit of a stylized ID in it, right? So sort of broad brushes that give you the idea of like, oh, this is a cat, pretty cool, in like a windowsill on a sunset. So there's lots of red hues all over this painting. You can definitely see that style back in most of these paintings. They're not quite abstract, where you're just looking at them and you're like, what am I looking at? It looks like red. It's not as detailed that you would go, oh, it's a cat, it's a windowsill, it's a this, but in a broad, like at a glance, looking past it, it would look like a cat in a windowsill, right? It's hard to explain art with just your mouth, but it's somewhere between abstract and very detailed.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you! Like, he didn't use 3 strokes to paint a cat, but he also did not use 1,000 strokes to paint a cat. It's, it's like 100 strokes have made this cat. It's detailed enough, but not 1,000 strokes. Why are you saying, oh my god, I do my best?
You sound like one of my teachers, that's why.
Oh, I am a teacher, so.
Like the brush strokes of this blah 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 is mean blah 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 blah. I'm just there like, sure.
Tried. Also, Brooke did come with you, but I did forget that Brooke was there when you were meeting with Old Lady Margaret. Brooke also put their birthday on the calendar. But Brooke sort of just went to winter, and then sort of just added at the bottom where there's like empty space on the calendar, just sort of went, when the first ship returns with a fresh catch.
Respect.
Yep. Alright. Do the light do anything?
Make an investigation check.
I'm just looking at like how good the art is.
Obviously.
It's pretty alright. Like, it looks like he paints a lot, and as you practice more, you will get better at a craft. That's just how it works. So it looks like he, on a 20, looking at various of the paintings here, and same goes for you, Blossom, like, these paintings are pretty nice. Like, you don't know what kind of price he's asking for them, because there's no, like, price tag on these paintings, because this is a gallery.
I wasn't looking at the paintings, I'm still looking for clues and something related to our map.
Yeah, I know.
I was going to use that as an excuse.
Yeah,
okay.
I was assuming you were looking at the paintings and investigating them for clue-related.
More like in between, more like on the walls, because everything we found was hidden before. So I'm more looking into that.
Alright.
Rather than paintings themselves.
Sure. So Blossom is looking at the paintings, at least.
Yes.
So you're looking at, a ship at sunrise. So the water is this red color. Or you're looking at a a painting of like a girl who's sort of looking off into like toward the side, but there is sort of a red tear coming out from her eye. Very stylized painting of sadness, right? It's titled Sorrow. And there is, any type of sort of painting where you would traditionally see like a landscape with the flowers, but it's all poppies, right? So all the flowers are red colors. Or you would see like a castle, but the turrets of the castle are this red sort of granite type build. So there's always this little splash of red, or well, predominantly red in every single painting. And in between the paintings on a 20, the only thing that catches your attention is a painting, but it's specifically a painting that stands out, which is why you're looking at it, because this is the only painting that is not in his style and does not include red, and it's hanging behind the counter where he's standing.
Is this also your work?
No, this was actually a gift from my friend, and he was like, can you hang it in your gallery just for you to look at? Because he's not much of a painter, and also he didn't say like, please advertise my painting. He was just like, can you just hang it, because I think you're a good friend of mine. It's a thank you thing, and because I'm here most of the time, I was like, I'll just hang it in my gallery so I can look at it. Because if I hang it at my house, I'm hardly ever at my house, honestly. And when I'm here painting, I look at it and I think, yeah, I do have friends out there that care about me and they give me cool stuff. So, it's nice to have here, but it's just a gift from a friend that I'm just hanging here for now.
Who was that friend?
Well, why do you care?
Oh no, I'm just thinking because I kind of recognize the style.
Oh.
I think I saw a similar thing somewhere. I'm just trying to think if this is the similar style or the same person.
Right. Well, I got it from my name, Steve. And I don't know, Steve probably painted some scene from what looks to me like the graveyard district, the city of the dead, I guess. This is what it looks like. Have you dealt with him before?
Oh no, sorry, I was thinking of somebody else. I think his first name was Richard.
Oh, okay.
I really like your paintings.
Thanks. Are you interested in getting a commission?
Depends on your charges.
Oh, well, if that's of an issue to you, I actually have discreet charge book. Hang on, let me get it for you. And he bends down and sort of goes underneath the counter to grab something. And yeah, you can look at this painting, and what you're seeing on this painting behind him, right, is what looks like a small mausoleum of white marble that has in gold lettering the name Ghost on it. So that's ghost without an H, so G-O-S-T, Ghost. And you can see, so that's sort of the central thing in this painting. And then off to the side is a statue of a man pointing toward the Ghost mausoleum as well. And it's a scene from the graveyard district. Now I will point out, graveyard district is really big, and there's lots of statues and lots of mausoleums. But at least it's somewhere there, but it's gonna probably take a bit if you want to specifically find this scene. And he gets back up, and he has this little sort of ledger book, and he sort of lays it down in front of you. He says, at your time, look around. I have some brochures, like some flyers with some little pieces of my artwork on it if you want to take it home and sort of consider for later. I'm very comfortable sort of just, if you just want to look around and appreciate my art and then like spread the word to your friends, be like, if you don't have the cash right now, it's all good, but you look like a fancy girl, so I know you got some fancy friends, so like tell your fancy friends,
Yeah.
So you can see he has some like going rates for like small portrait or like different sizes, varying between like 10 gold pieces for like a small piece you could put on like a windowsill, like a picture size thing, like a picture frame size thing that you could put on your windowsill, to like nice paintings you could hang on your wall between like 100 and 500 golds, depending on what you want on this painting. If it's a simple to do painting like a still life of fruit or something, like he has some examples next to it of very tiny pictures of what you would get for this price, like as you pay more and more detailed or more elegant or more input that you will get into what will be in the painting.
Mhm.
And he gives you a little flyer if you want to take it.
Yeah, I'll take the flyer.
If you want, actually, if you're interested in actual
Mhm.
art, you can subscribe to the Paint Monthly thing that we sort of have going on with some of the painters in
Mhm.
the neighborhood, where we all sort of just like put together just a little bit of money and then sort of sell this little magazine that just has a nice art piece on each of the pages, and you can sort of take them out and hang them on your walls. But it's not the best quality because it's just
Mhm.
reprint of art that we
Yeah.
created. But if you want, you can get a subscription for the Art Monthly. Hang on, I have a little flyer here for that as well. And it gives you a little flyer. And the
Mhm.
Art Monthly is like a 5 gold piece a month subscription, but you'll get like 20 pieces of art.
Mhm.
So essentially, you get 20 posters every month
Yeah.
from different painters of the district
Mhm.
in each of their styles that you can hang up in your house, or that you can keep as like a nice art book on your
Mhm.
shelves.
Mhm.
You don't have to decide now. It's alright. It's alright. It's totally chill,
Mhm.
relax, go with the flow, and no worries.
All right. Yeah, I'll think about it. But thank you.
Yeah, of course. It seems like I have overwhelmed you, my friend, and I'm so sorry for you making you feel like that.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I'm just I still need a anniversary present for my parents. So we have like my mom has this really beautiful painting of her in her bedroom with like her when she was performing one of her acts, and I wanted to get like maybe a smaller one
Uh,
for like their wedding day or something for in the kitchen.
I love this idea, and I know just who you need to contact to get this painting done.
Hmm.
What price are you thinking?
I don't know,
Alright.
to be fair.
So if you want a nice, sort of realistic,
Hmm.
romantic wedding day painting portrait done of them, you should contact this friend. And he sort of writes down an address and a name of like a
Hmm.
different artist friend that he probably has, and sort of gives you that as well. I don't have their business cards and my gallery. Makes sense, but
That's fair,
help a
yes.
friend out. Tell her, because it looks like it's like a Julia, whatever. Tell
Hmm.
her that that Gareth sent you.
Alright.
And thank you so much for considering Crimson Brush. It's just nice to have some people appreciate my art. I have to ask, which is your favorite piece? And again, all the art has a red theme. Make something up.
Hmm.
Is he asking
I
specifically Blossom or everybody?
He's sort of like looking at your group like, which is your favorite piece?
Hmm.
I
really
love
like
this one.
the
Point at random one.
What do you... Oh, you just literally point at a random one? Nobody can even consider? Alright, you just point at a random one. So you're pointing at, sort of an old man sitting on a bench with autumn leaves sort of falling around him and laying on like a little empty square. You should just sort of see this detailed old man in this sort of abstract square around him.
Like this one of the two people walking in the red rain.
Yeah. Sort of a nighttime scene, I imagine, with like candlelight and just the backs of two people sort of moving away from the painter's perspective in this rain in a red
Mhm.
hue. Very nice.
I really like the ship coming to dock.
Ah, yeah. That one was actually a commission from some privateers, but they said specifically to hang it in my gallery. But they
Mhm.
did pay me for it, so they technically own it. So, it's their ship. They just wanted to sort of advertise that they stole that ship, I guess.
Fair.
They got very angry when I
Um,
called them pirates. And you see Brooke immediately like, tee. What did you say? Oh, nothing. She goes, that's right.
that I don't know if that's people hugging or fighting exactly, but I like this.
Ah,
And
yeah,
I double guess.
yeah, it's like open for interpretation. I think it represents inner turmoil. Like if you look at it and you see people fighting, it means that you have an inner fight going on. But if you look at it and you see people embracing, it means you need to embrace yourself more, right?
I don't know what that means about me, but thanks.
I hate how spot on this whole
What did you
situation.
see first?
You know what? I don't think I want to get into psychology or that. That's a nice
Right.
painting, yeah.
I feel like I'm starting to push. I tubular. I feel like I'm starting to push the boundaries a bit too much, and I totally apologize. I just love talking with people about art, about what it makes them feel, about the thoughts it brings to their head, and that they can pull out and there's the canvas. I just love art, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you see your friend Richard, tell him to stop by my gallery sometimes.
I will.
Yeah. All right. Well, have a tubular day, little dudes and dudettes.
You too.
Yes, well,
Why,
sir.
thank you. That's very nice of you. All right.
All right.
All
Do we
right.
go?
Yep.
Here we go.
You stand outside
Maybe we could
in an
ask.
8 p.m. Street of Waterdeep. The smell of weed fresh in the air.
Maybe we could ask Cadence where that statue.
Yes, exactly my
Yeah.
thought.
All right.
Good point for next week.
The thing
Yeah.
is, you make your way, or well, you would all know. The graveyard district closes at sunset.
Oh, okay. We are
Alright.
not getting there after the closing.
Nope.
No, so it would most likely be a tomorrow type thing. So you're in the southern ward. We will figure out sort of in between sessions if you want to go home or go back to
Yeah.
Troll Skull Manor or what's
Sleep
happening.
over at my house.
Sleep over at Blossom's
I
house. We'll
would-
figure that out in between sessions, and then we can pick up the next session sort of tomorrow morning with a
Mhm.
plan, with a game plan, and with Garrick in tow, hopefully. So, we thank you all so much for watching. This has been a great session. I feel like we got a lot done, and we'll see y'all next
Surprisingly.
week. Don't forget to
Surprisingly.
roll for frog.
Ribbit.
Hey.